If you're in South Taranaki and want an easy stop that locals genuinely use, King Edward Park in Hāwera is a solid pick. It's not a theme park, and it's not trying to be. It's a well-kept public park with formal gardens, wide lawns, and a few historic features that quietly tell you a lot about the town. King Edward Park sits on Upper High Street in Hāwera in the Taranaki region of New Zealand's North Island. Hawera is South Taranaki's main service town on the Waimate Plain, with the main highway and rail line running through the area. The park is also handy to other local facilities, including the town's major sports and events hub and the aquatic center, so it often feels like part of everyday life here rather than a destination you only visit once. So what is it exactly? It's a large, landscaped public park managed by the South Taranaki District Council with established trees, flower gardens, walkways, open lawn, and spaces that work for families, casual exercise, and community events. It's also recognized by the New Zealand Gardens Trust, which is a good signal that the planting and maintenance are taken seriously. There's also real history built into the place. In the early 1900s, Hawera invested in public spaces that could show pride in the district, and King Edward Park developed into one of the town's key reserves. One of the easiest clues is at the entrance. The park's main gate relates to the Hawera Industrial Exhibition of 1904, and nearby memorial gates include plaques remembering local people who died in the South African War. It's the kind of detail you can miss if you only focus on the flowers, but it's worth slowing down for a moment and reading what's actually on the site. When people talk about King Edward Park, they usually mean a few key areas. First, the gardens. The New Zealand Gardens Trust notes that the park has something going on year-round: magnolias in winter, strong azalea and rhododendron collections in spring, and then roses and annual borders through summer and autumn. That season-by-season change is a big part of why the park keeps drawing repeat visits from locals. Another highlight is the park's water features. There's a boating lake that adds a lot to the atmosphere, especially on a clear day when the trees reflect off the surface. It's also a natural place to pause, watch the birds, and give kids a break from the car. If you're filming, it's one of those spots where a simple wide shot immediately explains why the park feels spacious. Then there are the smaller details that make the park feel personal to Hawera. The council highlights that the park includes a range of statues and interesting objects, and it's the sort of place where a quick loop turns into a longer look because you keep finding one more feature, then another. Even without knowing the story behind every piece, you get the sense this park has been added to over time rather than built all at once. One standout area is the Chinese Garden, which the council lists as a dedicated feature within King Edward Park. It's a nice contrast to the broader lawns and English-style garden beds, and it gives the park a change of texture and mood without feeling out of place. If you're visiting with someone who's not normally interested in gardens, spots like this help keep the walk varied. There's also a practical side that matters just as much as the scenery. The council notes the park is about a 5-minute walk from the center of town. It has multiple entrances, and it's positioned right beside other big community facilities, so it's easy to combine with a swim, a sports event, or a quick stop for supplies in town. Amenities are part of the design here: toilets, picnic spots, and the general bring a snack and stay a bit longer layout that makes parks like this actually usable. Accessibility is another reason it works for so many different visitors. With formed paths and open, level areas, it's generally friendly for prams and for people who want a shorter, easier route rather than a long walk. If you're planning a visit with someone who needs smoother ground, this is the kind of park where you can still get a satisfying look around without feeling boxed into one small corner. Here's the simple way to plan it. Treat King Edward Park as a flexible stop rather than a strict itinerary item. Some people come for a quick leg stretch and a look at the main gardens. Others settle in longer with kids at the playground and a picnic. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Beautiful Zealand for more videos like this.